Welcome back, folks. This is the Lighthead Online Video Show. On today's show, we have Greg Ehrich and Michael Colligan, and it's brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Greg, I know you do every day.
Got to check it out. They always have new product, great service, great pricing. They do it all. Light made easy.
Boom! The Retrofit Kings. So, Greg, we're talking about connected lighting just off the cuff in the last 24 hours and just bopping around on it, trying to figure it out. And we stumbled across something that I think is interesting, buddy. What do you think?
I thought so too. You know, it was in the middle of recording a podcast, but it kind of hits at the time when it makes sense. And that's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah. So we were talking about stadium lighting. That's probably the best way to put it. Stadium lighting, whether it's indoor or outdoor. And we were talking about, well, how would you tackle the large name brand stadiums, Scotiabank Place in Toronto, or whatever in Minneapolis and this places. And we thought we dialed it back a little bit, and then we thought, well, what about the local municipal fields? And we thought about LED retrofits there, and then the dynamic scenes, Greg, along with easily controlled lighting, really came across to us as an instant area for connected lighting. The first one we saw were for us as sales guys in the field that sell light bulbs and lighting systems every day. Boom. You set that up from somebody, that's a payback right there. It's not an energy payback, but it's a payback.
Because those facilities are meant to entertain people. And you can entertain people with how they can visually see what they're being entertained by. And lighting does that for them. So now to be able to control that, to us, at least on the show so far, made a lot of sense. Because, I brought up in a different podcast that we did, a hockey rink example that did the controls, the wireless with the iPads and all of that. And the reason they did it is so that with a push of a button, they could do their announcements or their starting lineups. They have a different light for their practice. They have different for games. They have different, and they can do whatever they want. Each fixture is individually controllable. And to do that in a sports facility makes a lot of sense so that you can build that entertainment value. And what that does, depending on where you're at, is put money in your pocket because more people are coming to see you.
Yeah, offering that level of control to a lower tier sports facility is a payback. You know, it's like now you are offering your rental users or whatever more options. You know, the local hockey association or football association or baseball association can put on an event, and they can use lighting to make their event more exciting. They can use lighting to make their event more accessible to be seen. We talked about 4K and HD and all this kind of stuff. So now, you put that in a package with the ability to live stream the event because the lighting is so good now that you can see at night. Now you can live stream your event to YouTube and other people can watch it. Not just the people that are there. I think there's a host of different angles to this one that just popped up on the show.
Yeah, and I think that, so we found an application where connected lighting should be looked at on every application. Anytime you're involved in a sports lighting facility.
Yeah, immediately understandable, deliverable to the client. Not, what are you going to do with the data? Who cares about the data? It's got nothing to do with data. This has to do with dynamic scene control. It has to do with, energy savings in a sense. Turning, this soccer field's being unused, and this one is being used. So, I have the app on my phone. There's no one there. Okay, just turn it off because we don't need it. It's available to people to make sensible decisions about lighting. And we also talked about how, sometimes municipalities. I drive on my drive home when the sun starts to go down early. A lot of the fields are left on for no reason, just because it's just too much of a hassle to figure out how to turn on the lights.
Yeah, a lot of them are HID for one, and if you did turn them off, you'd have a long startup time and all that.
Oh yeah.
So they end up leaving them on a lot, but also where is the switch for it? Is it a breaker? Is it in a locked room? Who knows how to turn it on? That can definitely be an issue.
And look, man, to the average, coach or whatever out there, does he want to go touch electrical panel? I mean,
no, man, he wants to coach his game.
Exactly.
Wants to win that game.
And like some of those never mind electrical panels, some of them are fuse boxes. You know, you never know. You want people going in there flicking stuff and all this sort of stuff. Get yourself a connected lighting system for your sports field and forget about it, because that's the way to go. Forget about going after the Rogers Center or the Scotiabank Place or Madison Square Garden. Hey, do up your local field, son. And give them the dynamic scene control. Give them the energy savings. Give them the ability to control it. Give them that ability to film and live stream 4K HD games, so grandpa can watch at home and grandma can watch at home, or whatever it is, buddy. So, anything else to add to that, Greg? Or that was a quick one.
Yeah, no, it's all about, we talked about who buys connected lighting right now. Is some people buy it because it's cool.
Yeah.
And in this application, it is cool, and it makes sense too, and it's needed, because those events are meant to be cool, are meant to be seen, are meant to have entertainment. That is what it comes down to, and I think being able to connect it, control it, makes a lot of sense. For
sure, and it's a payback on the. So you can make it so maybe they can raise their rental rate for the field, but it's a payback on the quality of usability side. It makes the place a better place simply by changing the lighting. It makes it more useful. It makes it more dynamic. It makes it more interesting for people. So I say that's the first application, and we found it on the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast, and now we're telling you about it on the Lighthead Online video show, which is brought to you by
Keystone Tech.
Go to KeystoneTech.com. That's KeystoneTech.com. Late Made Easy, the Retrofit Kings. You heard it on here, Ira. It's the Retrofit Kings. Thanks for listening.